Have you ever smiled in front of everyone but felt completely lost inside? Have you ever looked at your own life and wondered, how did I become this person? And what if the thing breaking you right now could become the reason you grow the most? This is the story of Noah. Noah was 29 years old. He lived alone in a small apartment in a busy city. Nothing fancy, just enough. He worked at a marketing company. Long hours, endless deadlines, constant pressure. From the outside, his life looked normal. Stable job, good clothes, friendly smile. But inside, Noah felt tired all the time. Not the kind of tired sleep can fix, a deeper kind. The kind that slowly steals your energy, your confidence, your hope. Every morning started the same. The alarm rang, he hit snooze 3 times, dragged himself out of bed, then coffee, phone notifications, work stress before the day even began. And every night ended the same too. Laptop open, mind racing, heart heavy. Noah kept telling himself one thing: things will get better soon. But deep down, he didn't even know what better looked like anymore. The hardest part wasn't work, it was the feeling that his life wasn't moving. Days passed, weeks passed, nothing changed, and slowly Noah started losing himself. He stopped calling friends, stopped going outside, stopped doing things he once loved. Music, drawing, reading, all gone. Not because he hated them, but because he no longer felt alive enough to enjoy them. One evening, Noah stood in front of his bathroom mirror, and for a few seconds, he just stared at himself. His eyes looked empty, and suddenly a thought hit him hard. When was the last time I actually felt happy? He tried to answer, but he couldn't. That scared him, more than anything else. A few days later, Noah made a mistake at work. A small one, but in that moment, it felt huge. His manager raised his voice in front of everyone. The office became silent. Noah stood there, frozen, embarrassed, ashamed, angry at himself. That night, he walked home in the rain. No umbrella, no music, just silence. And with every step, his thoughts became darker. You're failing. You're wasting your life. You'll never become anything. By the time he reached home, he felt completely broken. He sat on the floor beside his bed, still wearing wet clothes. And for the first time in years, he cried. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet tears from someone who had been carrying too much for too long. That night, Noah realized something painful. He had spent years trying to survive, but he had forgotten how to live. The next morning, Noah didn't go to work immediately. Instead, he went for a walk. The city was quiet. Cold morning air, empty streets, soft sunlight. And while walking, he noticed an old man sitting on a bench feeding birds. The man looked peaceful, calm, like someone carrying no weight at all. Noah sat beside him. Neither of them spoke for a while. Then suddenly, the old man smiled and asked, "Rough week?" Noah laughed softly. "More like a rough life." The old man nodded slowly. Then he said something Noah would never forget. "You can't heal your life if you hate waking up every morning." Noah stayed silent. The man continued, "Most people wait for life to change first, but life changes when you change." That sentence stayed inside Noah's mind all day. Maybe the problem wasn't only his job. Maybe it was the way he had stopped caring about himself, stopped believing in himself, stopped living with purpose. That evening, Noah did something simple. He cleaned his apartment, not because he wanted to, because he needed to feel different. Then he cooked a real meal instead of ordering fast food. Small thing, but it mattered. The next morning, he woke up 30 minutes earlier. He sat quietly near the window with coffee. No phone, no noise, just silence. And for the first time in months, his mind felt calm. Not perfect, but calmer. Days later, he started walking every evening, then reading again, then writing down his thoughts. Slowly, piece by piece, Noah started meeting himself again. But change wasn't easy. Some mornings he still felt empty. Some nights the old thoughts returned. You're too late. People your age are already successful. You'll never catch up. And honestly, there were moments Noah almost gave up. Because growth is strange. At first, nobody sees it. No applause, no instant results. Just small, invisible progress. And that can feel lonely. But Noah kept going, one day at a time, one habit at a time, one better decision at a time. And slowly, something inside him became stronger, not louder, stronger. Months later, Noah faced another difficult moment at work. A big project failed. Everyone panicked. Voices got louder. Stress filled the room. But this time, Noah stayed calm. Not because he had no fear, but because he had learned something important. Panic never solves anything. For the first time, he trusted himself. He took a deep breath, focused, started solving problems one by one. And something unexpected happened. People listened to him. His manager listened too. By the end of the day, the situation improved. As Noah walked home that evening, he realized something powerful. The man who cried on the floor months ago wouldn't recognize the person he had become. Not because his life was perfect now, but because he was no longer broken by every storm. A year later, Noah's life looked different. Not magical, not easy, but meaningful. He smiled more, slept better, spoke kindly to himself. He reconnected with old friends, started drawing again, started living again. And most importantly, he stopped measuring his worth by how successful he looked to others, because peace became more important than proving something. Noah finally understood this. Real growth is not becoming someone else, it's becoming yourself again. Now let me ask you something. How long have you been surviving instead of living? How long have you ignored your own pain just to keep going? Listen carefully. You do not need to fix your whole life overnight. You just need to stop abandoning yourself. Small steps matter. One better morning, one honest conversation, one healthy habit, one moment of courage. That's how people change. Not instantly, quietly, slowly, day by day. And remember this, your hardest season is not proof that you're weak. Sometimes it's proof that you've been strong for too long without rest. So breathe, slow down, take care of yourself, because your future does not need a perfect version of you. It only needs a version of you that refuses to give up. And trust me, one day you'll look back at this difficult chapter and realize it was the beginning of your transformation. If you like this story, please like, share, and subscribe our channel, The Voiceless Teller. Thanks for watching.